Hi, I'm Tony, and today I'm going to be talking about the TTRPG games that I've played over the years on Tony Talks Tabletop. So I guess I'll start by just talking about the TTRPG that got me back into TTRPGs in general, and the one that I started DMing with, 5th edition D&D, the version that got me into DMing, and the version that has brought so many people into the hobby. I'd say that is my favorite thing about it, just how many people it has brought into the TTRPG space. You know, as many of you, of course, if you've been online for like the past year or two, you might have your problems with Hasbro and, you know, Wizards of the Coast and D&D in general, but you know, it has brought a lot of people into the hobby, and for that, you know, I have to give it its props. Next up, Old School Essentials. I know, another version of D&D. Well, this is the version that I prefer to play. My players really enjoy a lot of the character options that are in the AD&D version. I have the BX version up on the shelf. I really enjoy just the simplicity of that, but if you're actually looking to play a campaign, go ahead and pick yourself up the Advanced Fantasy. I'd say it's well worth the price. What I really like about Old School Essentials is the fact that they simplified those older versions of D&D that I was not able to convince people to play, because if you try to explain THAC0 to people, their eyes glaze over and they're not about it. Well, this has a simplified armor system where you can do an ascending AC just like in, you know, 5th edition D&D. So I was able to bring some 5e players into this and they didn't feel like they were out of their depth. So if you've been trying to get people to play AD&D or BX, D&D, you know, this might be for you. Next up is a game that I've been playing a good amount of recently, Mausritter. Now, this game takes a lot of inspiration from games like Knave, Into the Odd, things like that. It has a square-based inventory system where you actually like cut out, here, actually I'll just show you since I have some of them here. Whose character sheet is this? All right, Kayla, I'm gonna show your character sheet since you have it all nicely. So here's your character sheet. It's got, you know, character art. It's got space to put all the inventory. I really enjoy that. I like the inventory system. There are some problems with it, particularly the fact that if you're wearing heavy armor, you can't use certain things. You can't use certain weapons. So it makes some players feel like they're not able to play the character that they'd like to play. But it's a very fun game. It's just an automatic to hit system. This is the Estate Adventure collection. I'd highly recommend it. It comes with like all the items and all that stuff. Really fun. Okay, this next one I don't have any physical books for, but that would be Pathfinder, both the 1st edition and 2nd edition. They are class-based games that have, I mean, if you're watching this video, you know what Pathfinder is. But as far as something that I like about it, it is a class-based game, but there are so many skills and so many subclasses that you can build your character how you want to build them if you're willing to go through their insane amount of published material to just, you know, find exactly what you're looking for. At least that's the way it always felt to me. Every time I go to play the game, I just feel like I start with one concept in mind, then I start reading stuff, then I have another concept, then another, then another, then another. And I never really settle on a character. I've only DM'd it a couple of times, but as a player, which I rarely ever get to be a player, so that's part of the problem. I do have the forever DM curse, as much of us that are doing the, you know, D&D videos online have. You know, I just don't find it easy to narrow down exactly what I want to do. There's so much, it's that choice paralysis thing. And it's not even choice paralysis. I'm not being paralyzed by choices. I'm choosing so many different things that like I need to make a party. And you know, it's just really, I just need time to delve into that system more. And I think that's more of a thumbs up from me than anything else. There's so much about it that I want to do. And I just, as a player, haven't been able to explore all those options. So every time I go to make a player or make a character, it seems as though I'm just stuck in that mode perpetually. I honestly just wish I had more time to play it. Okay, so this next one, I don't have the physical books for either. I'm not even sure that the physical books are out actually, but I backed it way back when, so I'll just come out and say it. It's Dolmenwood. Much in the same vein as Old School Essentials, I really like the Necrotic Gnome systems. Dolmenwood, you know, I because of the fact that I backed it way back when and I haven't played the current published version, I'm not exactly sure what has been changed, but I can say that my players and myself have really enjoyed playing through that system. I really like the like magic system and the fact that you can go, as a cleric, you can actually go to different shrines and, like, you know, fix them up or do different things at the different shrines and gain spells as a cleric. So adventuring feels really cool because there's a lot to interact with. It almost gives you like a video gamey feel, like you can immerse yourself in the setting a little bit more. There's a calendar, so there's a lot to get involved with when it comes to Dolmenwood. So there's a lot for players to do. I would highly recommend it. Okay, so this next one I do have the books for, but I don't have them here. That would be Starfinder. Now, Starfinder, I was super into it. I got the books like as they were coming out, and I was backing them on Paizo, to where like you can get like the monthly releases or whatever, and just went full in on all the maps that they were releasing and everything. So I have a lot of the Starfinder material, including the like little pawns and everything. I love the idea of the system, and my players always had a lot of fun playing it. I just find that there's so much going on in there. It's kind of like Pathfinder, where you really need to, as the DM, they provide you the base system, and the base setting provides you with so much that you almost need to cut a bunch of it out to like narrow it down into what you want it to be, and then your players feel like they're being hampered. Or if you're, you know, however it works. I love Starfinder. It's fun to play, but you have to come at it as the DM. You have to come at it as this, like, whatever you guys want to interact with is what goes. I'm gonna throw everything at the wall. I'm gonna, you know, I'm just gonna mix it up. You know, who cares? Humor, whatever. You know, if you're looking for a specific flavor for sci-fi, I do have some recommendations that I will get into, and I tend to find that I like the horror aspect of sci-fi more. So one that I've really enjoyed playing is Mothership. Now, Mothership, I haven't played the newest version. It was once again, a lot of these are going to have the same kind of problem, as I was playing them as they were coming out, and then, you know, my play group played through what we were playing through by the time the actual version came out. So I haven't played the newest official version of Mothership, but I really enjoy, if you're looking for something that evokes that kind of, like, you know, gritty, you're not really like the most badass, crazy, it's not like 5th edition where you can just run in guns blazing. There's stress, and there's a lot of support from the community as far as like character art and stuff like that. So in the same vein, one that I've only played it once, I own it. I own the digital version, once again, no physical version, is Death in Space. Now, that one, I really like the setting of it. I like the way that the book is organized. I like the art. I like how saturated everything is. You'll find that I do tend to engage with a lot of games that have a lot of art, like Merkbury or Pirate Borg, which we'll get into later. I haven't actually played either of those, but they caught my eye. I've been wanting to play them. So yeah, Death in Space, Mothership. If you're looking for the horror aspect, but you're not looking for a like futuristic sci-fi, then Call of Cthulhu is, I've run that and played that a lot, and that one, I love it. I love the fact that it's a skill-based system. It's not a class-based system. There's ways for your character to train those skills by using them. So in setting, it kind of makes sense. I like how fragile people are and how effective certain things are at combat. Like enemies can really, as a player, you do not want to engage with something unless you know what your capabilities are and what its capabilities are. Because I've run some adventures where my players went in against something that they really should not have gone in against, and afterwards it's like, oh yeah, I knew it cut down a tree with, you know, it ran a tree down with its body. So I'm human. I should have known that was a bad idea. It's like, yeah, why? Well, you guys got away though, right? Like, yeah, you know what? Another example, not horror, but I mean, I guess you could flavor it however you want, is Lancer. Now, Lancer has a good supplement online for building your mech and your character and everything. I would highly recommend that you use that if you're going to play the game. I've only played it once, but it was very fun. I really enjoy the game. It didn't seem, reading it, you know, I kind of got a little bit lost, but the DM who was running it understood the game, and he ran us through it, and it was fun just having someone there to help me through it. If I'm being completely honest, I didn't actually give it its fair chance to sink in before playing. I treated it kind of like a board game where it's like, all right, I kind of gave it a glance over let's just get into it, I'll make my guy. It worked. I had fun. So I would say that that's a really big thing. The cost to entry is pretty low because you don't even have to make your character. Really, I named my character, I kind of chose a few things. It felt very much like just pre-generating a character on a video game, like just hitting random a couple times, you know. So I would recommend Lancer. Another one that I don't have the physical version of is Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. I really enjoy the Warhammer IP. As much as I don't like Games Workshop, I really like just that IP in general. As a kid, I really liked playing Warhammer and Warhammer 40K. I engaged with the IP. I liked reading the books. So, you know, and the game, like Vermintide is fun. It's like Left 4 Dead, but rats. There's a lot there that I like, and it was fun. It's very, honestly, the newer version, I played one time. I think it was in the playtest material, and it felt kind of Pathfinder-y from what I remember. I'll have to give it another look, though, the newer version. But yeah, that's another one that I have enjoyed. I would recommend, if you like Warhammer, give it a chance. And even if you end up not liking the system, you can inspire yourself using that system and those numbers and bring that into another system that you enjoy more. And yeah, I mean, hacking is one of the best things about TTRPGs. Now, this next one I do have the physical book for. And I know that this list is getting kind of like eclectic and all over the place. Well, it is what it is. It's a list. I didn't actually plan it. I don't have like a, what do you call it, a script or anything like that. So it's kind of off the cuff. Yeah. Anyways, the Labyrinth. I think this is a great game to teach kids about role-playing games. And one thing that's really, well, first of all, I need to show you. I have to show you. It looks like the book from the movie. I mean, that's awesome. And another cool thing, the dice are included. So these are the dice you need for the game. Comes with the little owl symbol for, what was that, for the 1? Yeah, I'm assuming that's for 1, yeah. So it's a 2d6 game, and they fit right there into a slot in the book, which is really, really neat, I think. So you can carry the whole game right in here. They do have maps for the different locations and stuff throughout the book. So it's a whole self-contained. I would actually recommend you get this over the board game. This is a far superior version of the Labyrinth, and it even has like a little guide. It's just a bookmark that's really sufficient as a DM screen as far as like guiding you how to play the game. They really filled out the Labyrinth. You can play all the different races. There are miniatures that you can buy for it, and so you can go hard on that game if you really want to. But if you don't want to, buy the book, and that's it. That's all you need to start playing. Sit down, play through the Labyrinth. Like, you can actually go through the Labyrinth. You can decide which way you're going. You can make different choices. Have the movie in the background while you play and actively make different choices. See where it gets you. I don't know. Might be fun. Another one that, you know, carrying on the theme of Jim Henson is the Dark Crystal book. Now, I'm going to show you the cover of this one as well because it's pretty cool. It's not like as nostalgic as the Labyrinth one, because the Labyrinth one you actually recognize as an item from the film. Now you do recognize these symbols, but it's not like someone was running around with this book like, you know, through the movie. But it's more, it doesn't come with dice in it or anything. This one you're gonna need dice to play it, but it does have, there's a little art section, has like a little bestiary. It has a lot of pages like this where there's a like onion skin style page, like a see-through page, and it overlays the page that you're on to show you secrets and stuff. There's a lot of those. There's a few really cool pages that like fold out and show maps and stuff. So it kind of carries on the version of Thra from the TV show and the comics and everything. Like, if you're deep into Dark Crystal, this is the game for you. Like, you can go exploring Thra, you can meet all the different gelflings and all that stuff. I went hard and I started like printing out all the different maps at different sizes, and barely even played it. I really enjoyed it. It's just that the people I was playing with didn't engage with it as much as the Labyrinth game. But I do have another play group that really enjoys the Dark Crystal as well, that I, you know, soon probably gonna suggest, hey guys, you wanna play this? See how it goes. I don't have physical copies of either of these games, but I have played them a little bit. They actually, the reason I bring them up is because while I haven't played them regularly, they have informed a lot of game design decisions I have made with my game, and those are Knave and Cairn. I haven't played the newer version of Knave, but the older version, Knave First Edition, you know, it's very concise, it's easy, it's a good way to just get some people into the game, into TTRPGs in general. I have some friends that have just, when I mention TTRPGs to them, they go, what's that? And you explain, and they're like, oh, like Final Fantasy? No, like on a tick, and they're like, oh, so you mean like a board game, like Clue? No, we should just try it sometime. And honestly, games like that are very good ways to introduce people to TTRPGs in general. Hey, Editor Tony here. I just realized I didn't make an ending to the video, so figured I'd record this and just say thanks for sticking around. If you've watched this far, it really does help that you watch the whole thing. And if you want to see videos like this in the future, subscribe. Thanks. Have a good one.